welcome Aquarius. This is going to be a reading for March 14th through 20th. I've already pulled some cards for you this week and I was just taking a look at them. Aquarius, you have a lot of aces. You have 3 aces in your reading. You also have the Death card and you have Justice. If there's a lot of changes going on for you, but also a lot of opportunity and new energy coming in. I mean, pretty cool. So let's jump in. Where do we want to start? In your motivation, we have the Ace of Swords. So something this week, definitely, you get this clarity. You get this need for truth and communication, and you just like need it and want it, and it's in your motivation. It motivates everything else that goes on here. You're like, okay, you know what? I don't like the way things have been communicated, and I don't like the way that I don't know what's going on. I want truth. I want communication. I'm gonna get it, and let's get it. And that seems to be like a big motivation drive for you this week. Let's see here. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands. So you're coming at this energy this week with this, the Queen of Wands energy is, she can be a little bit, she can be a little bit bossy. I don't know how that resonates with you, but coming into this week, it just, you're coming in with that Queen energy. While maybe there's a little bit of bossiness going on, only because you're just like, I freaking want truth. She also is very charismatic and kind and loving, and the people love her, right? People see her energy, they see her drive and movement forward, and they're like, she leads by example. They get really excited about wanting to like follow her. I don't know if that's social media speak or what, but could be. Never thought about that before. I'm going to move on from there. So you're just moving into this week's energy with that, and with that truth and that need for truth driving you and motivating you. In the present situation, we have Death crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is in your challenge position. So this is like the main sort of present situation that is presently going on. And your challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. And so let's talk about Death for a second. Like I said, you have Death, you have Justice, and you've got a whole bunch of aces. Obviously, something is dying. I always like to say the word beliefs, because everything is beliefs. Everything here is a belief. Everything. Our world is colored by our beliefs and the version of our reality. Everyone's is different. Some belief of yours is changing. It's changing from one thing into another. What's in your way, for some of you, this isn't actually going to be a challenge, the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, this is going to be a supportive energy, almost. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's very hardworking, and he's very calm and chill. He usually takes his time. Sometimes, he can be too hesitant because he just sits there and takes in the view. And he's usually surrounded by fertile lands that he could be planting, but he's like, I'll get to it later. So, but he still has those fields, like those are his. And so he has like opportunity all around him. And like I said, sometimes he's a little slow moving and getting there, but he still comes with a lot of opportunity and a lot of, if you put the work in, then you're going to reap the rewards. So that's an energy that's either your challenge. For some of you, it's going to be a challenge. And it could be that hesitant part of the Knight that is your challenge. It could be that you need to get past that hesitation because you have fertility all around you in your garden. That wasn't an innuendo, I promise, but take it as you will. And sorry. So it seems as though, you could get going, and that could be your challenge. Your challenge is that, a belief is changing, and whenever something changes, some people respond by not really moving. They'll just stay there like, oh, this is different. I don't know how to respond to this. This Knight of Pentacles is asking you to go ahead and move forward, because it's going to change. So get over it, right? Sorry, Aquarius. Anyway, let's move on. In the near future, I'm going to go there. In the near future, we have justice. And while justice, justice is, so there's going to be a balance after this big change in belief and everything that happens with you, whatever that is in your life. There's going to be a balance. And, justice tells us that if you've been doing the right thing, right? Right and wrong is different for everybody. But, if your energy was, what is the word I'm looking for? Because right and wrong aren't good words to use. But if your energy was about truth and love and all of that, then I wouldn't worry about the justice card. However, if you wronged someone or hurt someone pretty harshly and you know it, justice might kick in the ass a little bit, but it's also about change. So there is big change coming here for you, obviously, with the death card moving into the justice card and surrounded by 3 aces. So very interesting. So for some of you, this actually literally could have to do with court stuff. And considering that it is surrounded by 3 aces, it feels like it's going to change. It also feels like, if that is the case for you, it feels like it's going to change in a way that you weren't expecting. Because aces are a new energy, and they're new opportunities and new energies, and considering it's surrounding the justice card, like literally the justice card is in the middle of like a triangle of aces. You probably won't see it coming. You probably won't expect the outcome, but considering you have aces here, I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably going to work out in your favor. Very curious how that's going to go. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, Aquarius. Moving on. In your beliefs, we have the Ace of Wands. And so the Ace of Wands, here we go. I wish you could see it better. There we go. Yeah, so in your beliefs, you have another, and your motivation is the Ace of Swords. And then in your beliefs, you have the Ace of Wands. So your motivation and your beliefs in whatever the situation is for you, this big change, are pretty, aligned. They're pretty similar. You believe that, you're motivated by truth and spark of, understanding and needing clarity and just a drive for wanting that. And you may have even gotten a little bit of clarity, and that's what drove you, motivated you to all of this. And in your belief, you're kind of on board with this whole new energy stuff. You're like, okay, let's go. Okay, I'm ready. Take action. I want to do it. I'm down. Let's do it. Let's see. I kind of want to move to your outcome first, but no, let's not. In your outside energies, we have the Knight of Cups. And that's another thing, is you've got quite a few. You have 4 court cards here, along with the 3 wands. There very well could be other people involved in this situation, especially, obviously, if it's a court thing, right? Very unlikely that you're going to court without someone else involved. And if that's the case, coming from that Queen of Wands in the recent past, if it is the court thing for some of you, which who knows, it could be, then that Queen of Wands in the past could be what is affecting all of this. And it doesn't mean that it's a woman either. This is genderless, but it's just that energy. Someone who embodies that Queen of Wands energy. So that's one way it could go. The other way is what we talked about before, and the Queen of Wands is you. But in your outside influences, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups could also be another person, but I don't think so. I think it feels more like a surrounding energy of just, it's almost like part of your drive. It's the love and the passion and the excitedness of movement forward. I mean, there's a lot of movement forward here too. We have the Chariot coming up soon. Chariot. I'm going to leave that there. It very well could be a loving partner who is supportive, or a loving family member, or a loving friend, or whatever, that really does just adore you. And it could be a group of people, whatever, right? It's an energy. It also could just be a surrounding energy that is putting that putting that type of emotional passion and love for wanting the truth in you. So what you can and can't do this week, or what does and doesn't work. They're actually very similar. What doesn't work is the Page of Wands, and what does work is the Chariot. Very, very similar energy, both driven forward, kind of goal-oriented, like energies moving forward. However, what I would say here is that the Page strikes me in these two positions as quite a bit more immature and a little bit less organized, while the Chariot is just kind of barreling forward without caring what the hell is behind him, which is also a little immature if you're thinking of it that way, but he just seems a little more mature. Like he has a goal and he's super driven, the Chariot, and he really doesn't care what's behind him. He's like, oh, I passed it, it's gone, who cares, like whatever, I'm going towards that goal. The Page of Wands could be a little bit more reckless, and I would just almost caution you to make sure, like, check yourself if you find yourself driven forward in that Chariot energy, but maybe getting caught up in any kind of, like, immature crap. Would sort of be the advice here with these two cards. Because they're so similar, that would be the difference in my view here. In your outcome, we have the Ace of Cups. So we have another ace. Like I said, that Justice card is surrounded by aces. Sounds like good news for you. And you do end with, you end with the ace, you end with an opportunity, but you also, like, your surrounding energies was that Knight of Cups. And while he is very passionate and loving and full of emotion and intuition, sure, yeah, you end with that energy, but with more of like a new, like the Knight of Cups comes with it, like every night comes with it, a little bit of arrogance, and you kind of end without that arrogance. You kind of end with like a fresh start of that Knight of Cups energy. Really interesting. I'm not sure. I'm very curious. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Hey, let's practice clarifying. Oh. This is a practice for me, Aquarius, and I'm having a hard time shuffling these teensy tiny adorable little cards. This is a practice for me, Aquarius. So for more on what that means, you can check out the description below. Just means I'm not a master. So don't think I am. Ace of Cups for Aquarius. With the Ace of Cups, we have the Ten of Coins. Pretty much everything you could ever want and need. I would say that Ace of Cups is definitely a victory. Surrounding that Justice card, whatever you're doing, it seems like, it's in the up and up. It seems like it's really interesting. You have this, like I said, you have the death energy, the death rebirth, the death of some sort of belief, and it's surrounded by all this cool, driven, kind of not too yucky at all stuff. It's very like, it's going to be a very easy transition for you, it seems like. And you're going to end up with this energy of everything you could possibly want, really, in the outcome of this situation. Pretty cool, Aquarius. Please tell me in the comments how this works out for you, because it seems pretty cool to me. I'm going to pull a Four Agreements card to help you get through the energies of this week. And we have Don't Take Anything Personally. Release self-judgment. Hope you can see that. There we go. It's a pretty cool picture. Even the opinions you have about yourself are not necessarily true. Therefore, you don't need to take whatever you hear in your own mind personally. Don't take your own self-talk personally, Aquarius, apparently. Maybe that's part of the belief that you're transcending / changing. All right, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you very much. As I said before, this is a practice. I'm not a master. For more on what that means, you can look in the description. Please like and subscribe. I need a team. That means I need subscribers. So help me grow, subscribe, share with your kooky friends. Let's build this thing. Thanks so much, Aquarius. Have a beautiful week. I will see you next week. Thank you.